the Fawn here, and I'm going to teach you about manual training, right? Everyone's favorite thing to aim with. Alright, so let's get you started off. This is the gun control right here. Alright, colorful buttons and everything. Over here is your gun angling. So, if I were to press W, you can notice that the gun angles go up. And, yeah, S is down, W is up. Over here you can see something very important called TDA, throw switch, or you can press control. Now what this is basically, if it's off, your guns turn slowly, if it's on, it turns fast. Alright, so what you want to learn is Q and E. Alright, Q does that, and E does that. Pretty straightforward. Then you have your A and D keys, which do this. Right. So what you always want to do is you want to pay attention to these lines, because these lines is where your shells are going to most likely land. So what you want to do is you want to first of all use the A and D keys to center in on a ship, then use the Q and E keys to make it into like a line, one single line. So I'm going to show you here quickly. Alright. So what you want to do is hold on, I'll start over again. So the guns start off like this. What you want to do is press E to do that, and then use the A and D keys to simply move the guns left and right if the ship is moving, for example. Now that you've basically targeted your ship, what you want to do is angles. Angles are probably the hardest thing in the game to learn because every gun is a different angle. So, we'll start off with the highest angle. Once you figure out the highest angle and where it lands, you're probably most likely going to be able to figure it out. So we'll fire off with the highest one. Now you notice these tracers showing up. These tracers show you where your shells have landed, and they're very helpful for adjusting your spread. For example, if these shells are like this, I can always do this if I want to hit two ships at once, or I can move them closer, like that. Now what you want to do is you want to hit a ship here, not something over here. So in my case 55 degrees is here, and the ship is here. These little dots don't really help much, so we'll try something lower, like, I don't know, 13? Notice that you still have the tracers here, you have the new ones here. So you can figure out if here's 55 and here's 13, then let's see, 55 to 13 is this long, then maybe here and here is maybe 5. So we'll try out 5. Exactly. So same thing like that. Now, that's how you figure out your angles. If between here and here is 5, then between here and here is 5. And here and here, and 55, which is around here. It's pretty straightforward. Now, when your ship is moving, as you can see, the gun angles do not change automatically when I click somewhere. Right. So what you have to learn is you have to learn to move your E and Q keys to keep a track on the ship. So usually select a spot here, and then use the E key to trace the ship. I suggest when you're doing this that you take off the TDA so that your guns turn slower and you're able to trace the ships a lot easier. Like so. Make sure to always check your angles, because if I shot it at 5 right now, I'd overshoot. So what you always want to do is keep a look on the numbers here, and not these ones here. As you can see, these ones here are not detailed at all. And this doesn't help at all, it just looks pretty. This is what you want to look for, right here. The specifics. Alright, you of course know here's your load time, your shell number. Now you see how it says Z, and I believe that's a G. No, it's a C. Alright. So what these two buttons are for manual is simple. X selects both front and rear sets. If you are rushing a ship forward, you want to select Z. This will only move the front guns, and this will only fire the front guns. Something you cannot do with auto. You can also change, when you have one selected, you can change the angle of only one gun while keeping the other one the same. So let's say you have a destroyer coming up from the front, and you have a ship behind you at a higher angle, like so. Then simply select both with the X button and fire. One will fire at 15 in my case, and one will fire at 42. In order to set them the same, just press X, go all the way down to the bottom, and then all the way back up. Manual is something that cannot be taught, really, in the tutorial. You pretty much have to try it out for yourself. It's not easy, it takes a bit of practice, every gun has a different angling, and you will eventually get better. See how this is 5, so I'm going to go for 6. Or 7. Or 6. I don't know how that didn't hit the battleship, or whatever. So once you figure this out, it's pretty straightforward, you won't even have to look at the keyboard. And you're good to go. Remember always to adjust your angles.